Hey guys, welcome to Breakout Podcast, and I'm so excited to have you here with me. Yeah, just good vibes, new month, and so on and so forth, and you can tell by the hype. Yeah, so let's get the ball rolling, and I hope that you're gonna enjoy this one and share it with your loved ones. If you are willing and want to feature on my podcast, feel free to hit me up. On social media, just go and search Donovan Sikaona, or you can visit my website donovansikaona.com or blog.donovansikaona.com. Let's get the ball rolling. Hey guys, so welcome once again to Breakout, and I'm so excited to have you here. So we are talking about something that really matters today, and now let's get into the main meal. So what's the main meal? The main meal is the gig economy. Have you heard about it? Don't worry if you haven't heard about it, because I'm going to try by all means to explain it as simply as possible using layman's language. So the gig economy is something that affects each one of us. You like it or not, it does. So I'm going to give you a scenario. We have a lot of professionals out there, and we have a lot of institutions, universities that are training people and specialists to become either independent workers or to work in the corporate world or in the businesses or in the government and so on and so forth. So what this simply does is, if we have people that are graduating who want to look for jobs, unfortunately, these jobs are getting scarce. So what these people do is they stay back home and try to find or look for plan B. So what happens is that in the quest of looking for plan B, they find an online platform that enables them to put their services or their skill out there. So what they simply do is they create an account and create an option where they can sell their services to other people who may need these services either in their country or outside of their country. So what this simply does is that it creates a middleman, which is the online platform that enables this person to enlist their services out there. Then on my part, as a customer, as a client, I can go on these platforms and look for the services that I want, because absolutely they are cheaper. So it's either I go to the person who is already working in the corporate world, in the system, or in government, or whatever you may put it as, or I can find or outsource these people on these platforms, which are online platforms. One of these platforms can be Fiverr. So I can try to look for these professionals or these individuals and offer them services, options for their services, such that we can be able to negotiate. Let me give an example. For example, I'm looking for an architect. If I go to a traditional or in the normal system of looking for an architect, and he will give me an offer, for example, $40,000, for example. Then when I look for a gig which is listed online, they usually call these options or services as gigs. For example, if I'm selling a service for designing house plans and so on, I can call this my gig, my first gig, second gig, and stuff like that. So all these services now, in a nutshell, are now being described as the gig economy, because there are a lot of these services being put out by people or freelancers out there, because they are not working for anyone. They are sitting behind their screens, their computers, and offering these services. So what this simply does is that it makes us to have two kinds of people that are competing for clients. We have this person who is working in the office, the traditional kind of way, and this other person who is a freelancer who has a list of gigs or services listed out there, which they are advertising, and they are selling these services in form of money. In most of the times, it even makes sense, because they sell these services in foreign exchange currency, so they are able to sell their services in dollars, while the person doing the traditional kind of will sell their services in the currency where he or she is in that particular country. So now, what happened? Why is this economy very, very important? So the most interesting part is that when we entered the coronavirus pandemic, what happened is that people started knowing about all these different kinds of online platforms. People started knowing about Zoom. People started knowing about video live streams. People knew about a lot of stuff, and people also knew about these platforms that can enable them to sell and market themselves out there. So the world became smaller because of this pandemic, and people's eyes were now much more opened. So the thing is that people started now losing jobs, and when they lost jobs, they went to what? To these platforms to create accounts and say, well, I'm a doctor, I'm a specialist, I'm this, I can offer consultation and so on and so forth. They attach their licenses and so on and so forth, because these platforms are well structured that they can be able to verify if truly you are a profession. So these platforms now are making it a bit difficult for other people that don't know about these platforms to what? To make a gain or to make money. So why should you know about the gig economy? There are two options or two reasons why you should know about the gig economy. One, you can use the gig economy to make it work for you. Two, you can learn about the gig economy, and by the time other people are knowing about it, you have already grown your platform or your market audience. So this is the reason why I chose that today I'm going to talk about this. So one of the most important things that you should notice, you have to choose which platform really works for you. There are platforms out there that are good for lawyers, that are good for designers, that are good for graphic designers, that are good for models, that are good for specialists, and they're enormous and they keep being introduced each and every day. LinkedIn is not just the only platform where you're supposed to be as a profession, because LinkedIn will not give you all the opportunities as a freelancer, but these platforms give you opportunities. So another question sets in when we talk about the gig economy, and this question is very important. What is the future of jobs? Will the jobs be the way we look at them now, or will they be diversified, or will they be changed or transformed by the gig economy? The fact is, yes, they'll be changed and transformed by the gig economy. The people that are going to really benefit from the future of jobs are those people that really know how to use the gig economy for their advantage. The people that know how to use the internet for their advantage, because majority of the people nowadays are accustomed by using their phones. This is a habit that many of us have. So if you can't have the attention to drive people to you on their phone, then you're in trouble. Whether it's a simple kind of job or whether it's a normal kind of job, whatever you may put it as, we are living in this kind of economy, and this economy calls for attention. The more attention you have, the more value you have. This is why you find that we have a lot of influencers now out there that are being paid money to create advertisements and make adverts for many people, because these people have a huge following and it provides attention, and attention drives the gig economy. So one of the most important parts, or one of the most vital parts that we can look for, is trying to drive attention on our parts, on our brands, on our businesses and entities as youth, as young people, as small medium entrepreneurs. Because we like it or not, if we are introverted and shy, we are going to really have problems by living in the gig economy. We really need to step out of our comfort zones and say, well, how do I survive in this economy? Because it's a gamble. You have to either dance with the tune, follow the tune, or make it dance for you. So these are mainly the most important factors that we really need to look for in the gig economy. If we are willing to work together, providing systems, for example, for Africa, to help people put their content or their stuff out there, to sell out there, and this will help a lot of people if it is achieved. So as you leave this episode, or as you stop listening to this episode, I want you to go back and think, how can you benefit from the gig economy, or what are you doing to benefit from the gig economy? And are you shy? Are you feeling afraid of the attention? I'm challenging you to say it's no longer a time to feel shy. We are living in the gig economy, an attention economy, and a connection economy. So most of all, let's collaborate. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day.